why I'm okay losing subscribers. Had a guy posted the other day or yesterday, 2 days ago, something like that. I like your financial planning stuff. I wish you'd stop with the political rants. You're really turning me off. And I'm not a left-wing guy either. I'm middle of the road. I just don't want to hear it. I said no. And then he wrote back 3 or 4 more times about how I need that. If I want to expand, I didn't read his comments. I just read the one. But you must not care about your subscriber base and blah, blah, blah. Well, I do care about it, 100%. I care about the people who subscribe to me, who have the same agenda, which I have. And the same agenda, the only way they know my agenda and I know theirs is to be open about the way I see things. That's it. I'm anti-abortion, not the biggest fan of 57 flavors. I love Jesus. And as such, I'm very open about these things without hiding behind my truth. And the reason for that is because I'm appealing to like-minded people. Same group preference, my friend. I always wondered why more small businesses don't practice this. Same group preference. You want to appeal, you have to appeal. So basically, if you learn basic marketing 101, you can have $2 million, one ad in the Super Bowl, and you'll get your name out there in front of 70 million people. No one's going to remember who you are. It doesn't matter, all right? Unless you're extremely obnoxious, because everyone's like, can you believe that advertisement? Or on the other hand, you can go narrow and have repetition on a narrow base. Instead of appealing to a wide audience, you appeal to a narrow base and you appeal to them hard. Same group preference. And I never understood again, like, why small businesses try to be all things to all people. I said, no, the way you get loyalty is to say, I see things the way you do, and I'm with you, and we're in this together. And when you see that, people are a hell of a lot more loyal than when you say, oh yeah, I play both sides, or I keep quiet about who I am. I don't need, see, I'm just a one-man show. Now, at the end of the day, the corporate America, I don't get why they have this left-wing leaning bias. I think it's because they just all subscribe to the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and both of those are left-wing as hell. And then they think, oh, it must be what America wants, or at least it's acceptable to be left-wing because the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal's not left-wing. Yes, it is. Give me a break. Give me a break. Left-wing. Other than the opinion piece on the Wall Street Journal is completely left-wing. Just look at the writers who've written for the Wall Street Journal over years. Jackie Calms comes to mind from many years ago, and then she went to the New York Times. I said, wait a second. It's just kind of funny. She's not an opinion piece lady either. She was a news writer, and she's a big lib. And so they're all running the same categories, dude. All Ivy League elites in New York City. There's not a conservative amongst them. Anyway, so the point being was, because it's acceptable, because the media has allowed you to think that the left-wing causes are dominant, and they're just not. So people, that's why Rush Limbaugh got so big, because people are dying for an alternative to that. Now, Rush Limbaugh got big amongst a select group of people that he was appealing to. He says, I'm going to be me, and you're with me or against me, I don't care, but at least you know who I am. You know what I'm saying? In fact, even Al Franken, remember that clown? He made his Senate run based on writing a book about Rush Limbaugh being a big fat idiot. So not only did Rush Limbaugh appeal to a bunch of people like me who are loyal to no end, he had such an appeal that other people made their careers bashing Rush Limbaugh. That's what you want right there. You want people to be so, that's what Owen Benjamin. Talked about him yesterday. They had the Bear Fest just this past week in Texas County, Missouri. 1,500 people, screaming fans showed up after Owen Benjamin had been canceled everywhere because he didn't like the idea of allowing young children to transition without their parents' notice. Or actually even worse, when their parents were pushing it. He said, this is crazy. He's right. So he got canceled at every place. Canceled. You can't find him on YouTube. He was even banned off Rockfin for a while. Actually, it's kind of funny. And now Owen's getting some serious headway on Rumble. He's like, I'm getting worried about Rumble now. Because anytime I start getting headway, that's when the bans come. So he's like, I'm on Rumble, and he's on unauthorized.tv, which you have to pay a $5 a month subscriber fee. And if you're a loyal fan, like I am, you'll gladly do that, for sure. And you'll gladly be in a group of people who see things the way you do. Because you're like, look, it's no different than picking tomatoes. You go outside your tomatoes, you put them in a bucket, you can't throw a bad tomato in there. The bad tomato will take out the good tomatoes. You got to prune it, man. You got to prune your dead weight. So for my channel, I literally, for my channel, I don't care who, I don't ban very many people. If they're being stupid, I will, but, I've got 610 Boating on there. I saw my man Neil, I think Neil, memory serves, he's from Hawaii, Fujiwara or something like that. Saw him back the other day. I said, Neil, is this a big lib? He goes, yeah. I saw you're back. He goes, yeah, I've never really left. Just don't comment that much. I'll ban him, big lib. And we got, who else is a big lib on there that don't ban? I don't know, but I can't remember. It seems like I'm thinking about another guy. I forgot his name. So anyway, I don't ban these people. Sometimes if they're being over the top, I will. But I'm not a big banner, a guy who bans. I just think that instead of banning, what you do is you say, hey, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. I don't need 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I don't. I always said if YouTube could pay my mortgage, I'd be delightful. I'll be delighted. And YouTube's more than paid my mortgage for many years. In fact, 1 month on YouTube, I made $9,000. And I started thinking, man, I tell you, this is what they get. This is where the devil gets you. Well, man, if I can make $9,000, maybe I can make 10,000. Maybe I can make 20,000. How do I appeal to more people? And then when I started thinking, I never did anything because I always said, if YouTube can pay my mortgage, be grateful. And I am grateful, 100%. YouTube has paid my mortgage with a smallish subscriber base. Probably averaging 300 subscribers a month. That's it. And, I got 9,000 subscribers or something like that. It'll probably take 10 years for I even get to 100,000 because YouTube doesn't promote my videos. And that's okay. YouTube can do what it wants. They'll promote the videos that makes YouTube the most money. That's what you would think. But it's not necessarily true when you have an unlimited resource, essentially the federal government. Let's always remember this. Twitter, don't forget, Twitter was funded by the federal government without question. So they have an unlimited resource of money to promote things that they want, that the government wants promoted. And as such, we see guys like Professor Dave. Professor Dave, not a professor. He doesn't get any views on he's got well over 1 million subscribers. If he does a video that doesn't take on his political enemies, like he did a video on attacking Matt Walsh, you know what I'm saying? That got tons of views. He takes a video that attacked James, the chemist down there in Houston. I forgot his name, James something. I see his face in front of me. I just can't remember his name. I almost want to say James Caan, but it's not that. James, anyway, he's a chemist or physicist. I think he's a chemist, actually. Yeah, he's a chemist. And that got tons of views, of course. Dave is not a bright guy in terms of his knowledge of science, but he's a bright guy in terms of knowing what gets the most views. And so YouTube promoted the hell out of those things. And Dave got money on him, not big time. But his other videos don't get crap because people aren't interested. So Dave is smart. I think it's boring, actually. He attacks his political enemies because he's basically living rent-free, or his political enemies are living rent-free in his brain. I get that. And, but he can make a career doing that. More power to him. That seems boring to me. That doesn't seem very original, Frank. I don't like that either from people on the right, like Steven Crowder. What are these guys doing now? What's the left doing? That bores me. Crowder can be kind of funny, I suppose. But I don't like that. I don't like living on the basis of what other people are doing. But that's, people watch the political crap, and I don't want to be a political channel like that. But I am going to share that I'm anti-abortion. I love Jesus. I think a relationship of a husband and wife unequivocally is the way to go. I did not take some kind of thing that happened in 2020. I refuse to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I refuse to do something on my face, too. You know what I'm saying? And I've got suspended off YouTube a couple times for that. But that pissed a lot of people off, dude. I'll never forget, I was doing a video, I was going for a walk, just where I'm at right now, 3 years ago. I was telling people, man, just get outside. You got to breathe the fresh air. And I remember I got such negative feedback from some people. They're like, I'm unsubscribing, don't you know? And I said, dude, I don't want you here. I probably banned a few people, but I didn't ban many people. They banned themselves. And that's fine. You don't have to be here. But why don't you stop the like, and then my anti-green, quote green, it's not green, of course. We need more CO2, not less. How dare you? We're all gonna die. I'm unsubscribing. That's fine. I don't care. I'm appealing to a certain group of people just enough who might engage my services in the future because they know, hey, I think like this guy, I like this guy's a straight shooter. That's what I'm appealing to. Got a lot of people who did not take you-know-what in 2020. A lot of people who are anti-you-know-what in 2020 who've been loyal followers of mine. And that's the people I want. A lot of people who love the Lord. And if loving the Lord is wrong, they don't want to be right. And that's me too. If loving the Lord is wrong, I don't want to be right. A lot of people follow me. Now, again, will my channel be huge? No. Why? Because YouTube will never promote it to the wide audience. And if they were to do that, guess what? A lot of those people in that wide audience would unsubscribe immediately when they found out my politics. That's okay. You got to prune the dead wood, man. Prune the dead wood. And I don't do it. They do it. They prune it themselves by saying, oh, I don't want to talk to this guy. I don't want to believe. And I get all the time emails. You get more clients if you weren't so political. Dude, I live in an abundance perspective, not scarcity. I don't need more clients. Every now and again, I'll have an ebb and flow in my business. I'm like, ooh, maybe I said something that really ticked people off. And I'll think about that. I'm like, what did I say to tick people off? But it doesn't change anything. Again, I worked for corporate America for 20 years. Had to keep my opinions to myself. I volunteered to do that. Corporate America didn't hire me to tell my political leanings to their clients. So I get that. But I said, if I ever do something on my own, I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to be very open about who I am. And people can choose for themselves who they want to do business with. I wish more businesses would do that, actually. Because then it's going to be inherently practice same group preference. Same group preference is how you make headway. You do business with people who are like you, respect you, and are loyal to you. Now, you can do same group preference and screw people over, I grant you. That's 100%. That is a drawback about, oh yeah, I'm just like you, hire me. You gotta be careful of that. So you're always gonna be held accountable on this world or the other. But if you're a straight shooter, you're honest, and you do your best job at everything, you'll always have some kind of complaints, don't get me wrong. You always have people upset on your channel on anything you do. You can't stop that. But generally speaking, my kind of people aren't those whiners. They're doers. They're people that make stuff happen. They're people out there saying, man, I am blessed more than I deserve to live in the bounty that is the United States of America. I'm going to make it happen. And I'm just going to go out there and freaking kick ass and take names. Nothing's going to stop me other than whatever the good Lord puts in front of me. And with his help, I'll either succeed or I won't. But if I don't, I know it's because God did not want it to happen at that point. Can you imagine having a business based on people like that? Not whiners, not like, oh, that's not fair. But freaking go-getters. People are freaking just crushing. They said, man, we got people on my channel, 7 kids, 8 kids, just freaking kicking ass and taking names. They're not clients necessarily, but would you rather have a business based on whiny liberals half the time, like, oh, it's so bad, or guys that are freaking making it happen? Dude, I live in the United States of America. There's nothing stopping me but whatever the good Lord puts in front of me. With his help, we're going to burn through that, or we're not. But it's because of God how it happens. But I'm going to make it happen. As opposed to, Trump, he's out to get me. There's something flying around in the air that's going to kill me if I don't do all these precautions. Ugh, I don't want to deal with that. Dude, I can't tell you how many whiners I've dealt with in my career. I'll never forget this lady. She's a college professor, a finance professor. And she was, for some reason, Belarus, for some reason, doing some kind of professor stuff. And she emailed me. She goes, I can't believe I'm losing money in the portfolio. I thought you guys were going to manage it to keep me from losing money. I said, sister, You're a finance professor? And you don't know that markets go up and down? I emailed her back. I said, no one ever said you weren't going to lose money. Oh, that's silly. Now, she didn't hire me specifically. At USAA, they just get assigned to you. So someone had put her in this portfolio for her, got his little sales ticky, and then moved on. And that's, I hate that crap. I'm sure he didn't disclose the risks and all that stuff. So, supposedly, your calls are recorded, which they are, so we could always pull the call to see what the sales guy said. But anyway, she was assigned to me. I said, sister, I didn't say it like that, but it was in my mind. I'm like, sister, just get the hell out of the portfolio then. No one ever said you can't lose money. And if someone did, we can pull the call. We can hold that guy accountable for lying, because no one would ever say that. So I emailed her back, so, well, we never guarantee you can not lose money. If you're saying that's what the sales guy said to you, we can pull the call and see if that's exactly what he said. Of course, she didn't want that to happen because she knows that that guy never said that. Anyway, oh, there's my wife. So I'm going to let you guys go. You want to see my wife? Oh, there's Maddie. Oh, it goes Maddie, not my wife. What is my wife? I'm not sure. Is that Maddie or my wife? Anyway, so she didn't want that call pulled because she knew that she's full of crap. But I said, well, you want to get out of the portfolio what? Because you know now there's no guarantee of not losing money. She goes, well, I just want you guys to do better. I said, well, what is it here, sister? You want to move the money or not? Because you know now that we could, well, I don't know. I say, see, I don't want to deal with people like that. You know, she had a couple $100,000 in account. We're making $2,000 a year off it. Whoop-de-flip-and-do. For the headaches, I had to deal with people like that my whole career. I don't want to deal with that. Which is why I don't manage money, by the way. I don't want to deal with that crap. I just want to deal with people who are out there to crush, to take advantage of God's bounty and make things happen. And if that means you get offended by my little channel on YouTube, you say, I don't want to hire this guy because he's going to hold me accountable for my whining. I don't want to hold you accountable at all. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you here. I don't have time for whiners. I'm 53 years old now. Every day is another day behind us. Don't got time to whine. It's a beautiful summer day, a beautiful, well, I guess still summer, fall day here in North Georgia. No time to whine. It's time to shine.